interview. The first one out with cutting-edge couple Courteney Cox and David Arquette.
Yeah.
My mother. Monica, darling, it's Monica calling.
Are you trying to do a British accent?
I don't care what she does, she's terrific. That was Courteney Cox, who has spent the last 10 years making us laugh on Friends. But now she and her husband, actor David Arquette, have created a brand new TV design show called Mix It Up that is inspired by their real-life battle when it comes to decor. I'm sure every couple can relate. Please welcome, I love them, Courteney Cox and David Arquette.
So good looking. Please forgive me, but I think your husband is so good looking.
Do you want to sit next to him?
Thank you, Star. Finally, somebody gets him.
He is.
Did you grow a little more since I've done that last interview with your little beard, a little more hair, a little more hair?
I'm about to start something, so I would have shaved.
You're about to start acting something?
Yeah, Stephen King movie called
Wait, are you
Riding the Bullet. I actually am. Yeah, I'm pretty dark and scary in it.
And you're going to have a beard?
Don't you two talk to
I
each other?
know, since that interview.
I'm supposed to grow sideburns, so it's kind of weird if I just shaved and just left the sideburns.
Do you like it?
I'm used to this because he does this a lot, but I didn't know it was going to, I don't know about the sideburns.
It doesn't look right with a suit.
And I'm used to seeing you wear this suit. Well, let's get, the show is based on your real life, because if people saw our interview, they know that your taste is very dissimilar.
That's right.
So you're doing this in real people's houses.
We take two people who live together, whether they are a married couple or a mom and daughter, or, I mean, all types of people, that even just roommates that have a conflict in their common living space. And we try to get people to come together and compromise, because usually one person, like David and I, when we moved in together, David just was insistent upon having a lot of things that I just can't stand.
Now, he would call them treasures, and you would call them...
Yeah, it's really
junk,
we
right?
were literally walking down the street. I don't know. In New York, there's late night. There are these stores that are open next to hotels that sell like eggs, painted eggs, and things like eggs cut out with little
silver tigers.
You know, just the things that you think, who buys this stuff? And David was like, why am I attracted to everything in here? And I was like, I don't know, I'm having like a cardiac arrest. Yeah.
What do you think she should do with that blanket? You have any advice for her?
Yeah, this is a big blanket.
It's a big, heavy that you'd get out of a catalog that if you had a cabin and it was 40 degrees below zero, you might put it on the bed.
But you don't. Well, in New York, everything's warm inside.
Don't apply logic.
Get rid of it.
Out. No, but you didn't throw everything of David's out, right?
There's certain things you gotta stay strong on.
Maybe she should just buy a cabin. You would do that.
Buy a cabin, yeah.
Or get a nice chair and drape it over the chair.
Well, who wins when you guys have a disagreement about a particular thing that's coming in the house?
I
Obviously,
think it's pretty obvious. I really don't care that much.
You didn't put your foot down about anything? You said, I'm not going to...
As long as I have a place for some
please,
of my
David,
stuff.
don't come off like you don't put your foot down and you don't care about anything. If that's the case, let's go home now. You've been there. Are there things I can get rid of?
There are things, I mean, I could describe some of the things that you have that I know are not Courteney's. And Courteney's a decorator. Courteney decorates houses and sells them. What do? You don't decorate houses and sell them? I know you're too.
Okay, now wait, but I want to go back to the show for just a minute, because neither one of you is on camera in this. You're both behind the scenes, which is kind of fun and different. You're working together behind the scenes. That must be interesting for you.
It's actually harder work than being on camera. It's actually really hard for me not to jump on camera, because I'm so like, okay, I want to say something. But
and she's also like running around, wiping things down, hanging things.
I get involved. We both get involved 100%. So we're there. You just don't see us.
Are you a kind of a neat freak like you are in Friends? Is she, David? You tell her.
A little bit. She just likes things organized. And,
nothing makes me happier than organization.
Clean.
But I'm probably not as neat in some ways as David.
I see.
She's not as freaky as Monica.
So wait a minute, she's not as freaky. And 4 years now you've been married, right? How have you made it work? Because you're very different.
Well, I think we just have a lot of fun together. Courtney's so funny. I mean, I don't know if they let her show that side so much.
She was
on
funny in
Friends.
that clip.
Yeah, that's true. She does get some stuff. A lot of the time she has to set the characters up, but just in our real life, we just laugh a lot. She makes me laugh so much.
But you didn't in the beginning. You didn't think it was going to work.
No,
when
in the
you first
beginning
met.
it was a typical relationship.
A typical relationship, this will never work, right?
Right? I mean, to
Yeah,
a
when we
certain
first
extent.
started dating, it was wrong. I mean, it was not right in any form or fashion.
So wrong.
No, it was wrong, but it was fun.
It was so wrong, it was
we were
right.
really attracted to each other.
And there was a sexual tension, I have a feeling, right, Courtney?
Stop,
yes,
stop
there
touching
was.
him. Stop.
You know what? His microphone was rubbing.
Oh, sure.
When his
Microphone's
wife is
rubbed.
there, it's not like I would be a hoochie and touch the woman's husband in front of her with any sexual intent. Get out the way, Courtney. So does it bother you when people are always flirting with your husband?
I don't think people are always flirting with it.
I know a lot of people, a lot of girls. We've talked about it several times.
David, by the way, he's dated a lot of beautiful women. I mean, David's you're very.
Oh, he got the
Back
best,
in-
honey.
back in
Don't
the
forget.
day.
He
Yeah, that's
definitely
right.
did.
You said, which surprised
you.
a lot of people, that you worried so much about his flirting. You didn't seem to worry very much about all the men who come on to Courtney.
Yeah, well, I don't know. You know, everybody's responsible for their own actions. So, I mean, if she was to flirt with someone or take it even beyond something like that, I mean, that's on her. That's her.
You listening?
Listen to
Yeah,
Mr.
I
Secure.
mean, we,
Strong ego.
That's good.
that's what, you know, you have to have trust in a relationship.
Oh, my God.
I totally trust him, 100%.
I totally
But in the
trust him.
beginning, I mean, I
Oh, in the
was
beginning's a different story.
Well, the beginning is still going on, and we're still going on. So stay with us, and we're going to come right back because we've got a lot more to ask Courteney Cox and David Arquette.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, line your toys.
Okay, on your mark, get set, go!
Go, go!
Come on, robot!
What are you barking at? Well, how is that gonna help?
Organized and competitive, we see. We're back with Courteney Cox and David Arquette. It's really sweet to see you laugh at her when she's doing funny stuff on the show.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's a good thing.
That was great.
That's a really good thing. Now, you've been on Friends now, what are we, 10 years in? 10 years in, and I know that your character is trying to have a baby, which is similar to in real life, that the two of you have been trying to have a baby. You've been honest and open, and you talked to Barbara about it. That must be kind of difficult to be doing this role at the same time while having to face some of those issues surrounding it.
There were some episodes that were directly, I mean, they didn't mean to, but just happened to be the exact same time that I was going through something really hard, and then find out that the same week Monica was. It was weird, and that wasn't anyone's fault. It just was weird timing. So now they are trying to adopt Monica and Chandler. So, and I'm not there, but yeah, it's been weird. There's been some weird timing.
Did they do it deliberately?
No, I don't think they do.
I think this
Well, I personally think they do borrow from it. Not personally on that subject, but just in general, that the writers are around these people so often. It seems like little things show up that are kind
that
of...
you know you've said, the next thing you know,
little-
there it is.
There's similarities.
You
Things
probably
like-
were saying things for them to pick up, right?
Yeah,
It
I
was
guess
also
it's
10
not
years
close.
of the show that, I mean, everyone's life is starting to bleed into the show a little, I'm sure, just to have stuff to write about. But I know that this year we're fitting in a lot of names of people. Like, whenever you hear us say a name on television, if it's like, oh yeah, I remember him, I went out with him when we were in high school, Jeffrey Cleric or something, it's inevitably, we're fitting in every single person's name that we know, like friends of ours.
That's cute. That's great.
You're slightly obsessed with homes, I understand. You have moved and decorated more homes than people live in a lifetime.
I know, I'm a wacko.
And I mean, you don't get attached to anything. You don't get attached to any particular location.
There's one, we have a house that on the beach that I'm completely attached to, and I know that my kids will have that house, and hopefully
I
their
know
kids.
that house.
It's real. Oh, you do, right? You've been there.
Friends of mine live. That's a wonderful house.
It's just, oh, it's so magical. But no, I don't get attached to things. I don't get attached to material things at all. So I like to move, and once I've done it, it looks great. Then I want to get rid of everything in the house and go.
6 or 7 times, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's
you'll
about
still-
7 houses. Yeah.
So you'll still do it with kids, except you'll hold on to the beach house.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I will take the kids too. Yeah.
So if I just showed up, well, I assume
Yeah,
you take
you
your
never
kids
know.
from
She said she dumps everything starts all over.
When they're a little older, you'll leave them. Trust me. If I like knocked on your door and you guys didn't know I was coming, what would I probably find you doing? Just curious what you like to do.
We'd probably be hanging out with our friends, having a dinner, or just talking, sitting around. We'd probably be going over mix-it-up cuts. We've been.
I know you have dogs too, though, right?
We have 3 dogs: Hopper, Harley, and Ella. 2 little Cavalier King Charles Spaniels that are the cutest dogs in the whole world, and a beautiful Bernese Mountain Dog.
So one big, 2 little.
Yeah.
How big is that big one?
That big one's about 80 pounds.
You wouldn't like it, let me ask you something.
Knows me.
She doesn't like. She wouldn't.
I'm scared of dogs.
You are?
Yeah, unless they're my own.
That's interesting.
I think you're both a little weird myself, but that's okay. Courtney, when your father, whom you loved very much, died, you took you when you got married, you took the name Courteney Cox Arquette, and then you've dropped the Arquette and gone back just to Courteney Cox. So tell me about that.
Really, that happened when my dad was getting sick. I just thought that I didn't want to lose the name Cox because I don't know. I just felt like I wanted to hold on to my dad. So I mean, I'm definitely Courteney Cox Arquette, but I like to be called Courteney Cox. It just kind of, I mean, believe me, when I was growing up, I couldn't wait to get married so I could get rid of that name Cox. It was terrible.
I won't delve further.
You understand, right? You understand. But no, that story's over.
All right. Well, see, we could carry that story on and on and on this show, so we won't. David, I want to talk to you about your clothes because you're very eclectic in your taste of clothes. You look extremely handsome
Doesn't he
today.
look nice?
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh, thank
How
you.
do you describe your style?
I know.
Look at that.
I was golfing there, in my defense.
What do you get dressed in the dark, David?
Payne Stewart used to look like that, so I got you.
I mean, is it one of those I just don't give a damn, or
There's a lot of that.
Yeah.
But, no, I just like to have fun. You know, I just think clothes are an expression of people, and you know, I think a lot of whenever I travel and see like a lot of just normal people, the way they dress, it's kind of like that's kind of boring. You know, let's have a little
This
fun.
is very conservative, what you're wearing today.
Yeah, definitely.
What
But
happened?
if you went to like Tampa and saw people wearing jumpsuits and wearing capes, I don't know. To me, that would just be funny. I like the idea.
Every day should be Halloween. That's
That's
right.
right.
It's very nice to meet people who are not the stereotype of Hollywood. Just a nice couple who likes to sit around and talk and watch movies and just be together. That's a really nice thing. Nice to meet you both. Our thanks to Courteney Cox and to David Arquette. We'll be right back.